Oh, Jiminy Christmas. Welcome back, everyone. Jay Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Oh, man. In your face. This whole Raw felt like a giant pile of dog shit getting thrown in my face. And no, it doesn't get much prettier from there. I was really looking forward to this Raw, you know? And then throughout the day, I started hearing little things like, ooh, it's going up against the NFL. They're not going to get any views. They're trying extra hard to do all these things. Was it me, or did it feel like the communication throughout the show, like the entire show, was just off? Like promos felt off. The matches, don't even get me started on the matches. I mean, you had 30-second matches, and I'm not even talking about the Raw Underground stuff. You know, the women's matches. We'll get to Asuka and Mickie James debacle. I don't even know what to say about that. Like, it started out good, but the finish, that tag match was less than a minute long. And we're talking about an Evolution 2? No, please don't do an Evolution 2 if this is what you're doing with your women now. And I'm not even going to say what embarrassing individual said that he just loved the cage match. Why? Look, I've been critical of Dominic, which is, he's okay. He's okay, and that's generous, okay? He's okay. But you're giving him, 3 weeks in a row plus pay-per-view stuff of headline matches? Now you put him in a cage with Seth Rollins? I know I'm probably sounding like JDY from wherever the hell he is. And I hate being like this. I really do. I don't like being like super negative. Like, when it gets to this point, this is usually when I just, go away from the WWE for a while again. But I was like really hoping they would turn things around. And it's getting to the point again where I'm like, I don't understand why you put, like, how old is Dominic? Can someone look that up? How seriously, how young is Dominic? And you thought Dom looked good tonight? Oh, all right. That's all right. It just felt, everything felt so off to me. Like it did absolutely nothing for anyone out there. Like how far escalated do we have to put the Seth Rollins Dominic thing? That's the biggest problem here. That should have been done by now. Rey Mysterio is injured, and I understand it, that it's booked and that it's not real. But when you're trying to put a decent product on TV, there comes a point where you got to just, all right, hang on. What the hell are we doing here? He's 23, 22, 23. Okay, whatever. He's young, his young 20s. So he's been wrestling for a couple of years? and his first legit match ever was a few weeks ago, and you're already sticking him in like main event matches, like cage matches? Come on. Are you trying to kill him? His dad's injured on the outside of the ring, like legit injured. And he's cursing right next to the camera, which is not good. They had to censor him. I don't know what he was thinking there. Do you think Dominic is allergic to weights? I just... he lost an eye. He lost a lot more than that. Can't even move his one arm. Yeah, I know his eyeball was like hanging out, and that's like really bad for your health. Yeah, I know. Bell's boy has breaking news. Jeff Hardy has re-signed with the E, so it looks like we'll never see the Hardys together again. Dude, we got over 20 years with the Hardys together. I'm good with that. Legit. I'm legit good with that. And after what Matt Hardy just went through, I don't have to see anymore. I'm good. Matt Hardy can do like another year in AEW, go back to WWE, they can go in the Hall of Fame and they can retire. You know, it's getting to that point. Jeff can't. Jeff's personal demons are enough of a reason for him just to get away from everything forever. Because the more he keeps doing this to himself, which, did he sign for like another 5 years so that Vince could like legit kill Jeff Hardy? I mean, that's to me, that's not good news, you know? Oh yeah, and don't get me wrong, I love the Hardys. I've seen a billion of their matches. They're one of the best tag teams of all times. But they have destroyed themselves. They have destroyed themselves physically. They've destroyed their insides with drugs and alcohol and stuff throughout the years. Matt's good now. He's clean. So thank God for that. Jeff, he's still day to day. You know, you never know when he's going to relapse. I hope he doesn't. You know, I certainly hope he doesn't. But man, the guy just needs to get away from wrestling. And the fact that Vince keeps trying to re-sign him, damn. He really doesn't care about the well-being of his guys, does he? Mr. Fred says, Ivar is getting some kind of cervical surgery. No word on his timeline. That's sad. That's sad. And on top of that, okay, so, you know, I've said before, and I'm just going to jump all over the place with this tonight. I'm not going to go match for match because I can't. It was hard enough just to sit through this one. This was a rough one, folks. This was a rough one. Now, what have I said so many times before? When one half of a tag team gets injured, what do they do with the other guy? They shelve them indefinitely. They don't put him on TV. They don't promote his his merch, excuse me. You know, they don't do anything. I mean, it's like, forget about it, you know? Now, I was legit shocked when I heard that Ivar was going to, I heard the report this afternoon. I almost never listened to Alvarez live, but I was like, oh, he's on Twitch. I didn't know he was live on Twitch because I just didn't know. So I was like, and I always like see stuff after the fact, like when stuff comes out in the articles or whatever. So I was like, oh, I'll check it out on Twitch. I'll listen to it while I'm doing other stuff. And they said, that was the first thing they talked about was Ivar's getting neck surgery. And I was like, oh, God. That's so not good. I mean, you hope that it's a quick fix and that he can come back in. I mean, unrealistic thinking is like thinking about what Cena did and he was back like a couple of weeks later. I mean, that was ridiculous. Or like a week later or whatever he did that one time at band camp. No, I'm kidding. You know what I'm talking about. He had that one surgery and he came back like almost instantly, and people in the locker room were like, "What the hell are you doing here, dude?" And he wrestled. He was cleared. He was fine. So like anything neck related is scary, okay? But I suppose some surgeries are certainly not as bad as others, and I have not heard like exactly what it is, how bad the surgery is going to be, or what has to be fixed. I don't know. You hope he's back sooner than later, but it's a neck thing, so it's not realistic in thinking that, you know. So my point of this is, and by all means, you know, prayers and best wishes to him, because that's no wrestler wants to go through that. That could be a career-ending thing right there. And Hanson's badass, man. You know, he is. Yeah, Ivar. He's Hanson. Jeez Louise, you know. And Eric, aka RAW. I'm like, okay, well, you know, they're just gonna send him home and he can take care of his pregnant wife, Sarah Logan, if you don't know. Well, he was actually on the show tonight. So I was like excited for a minute. And then, okay, give me a second here. So he brawls with Lashley during the Cedric Alexander Ricochet match to get Lashley out of there. And we find out that they're going to wrestle. And I was like, oh, well, that's cool. Two big guys going at it. All right, I'm down with that. Lashley versus Eric was less than a minute. What? Lashley's, dude, you might as well have Lashley just do like the bend over and spread your cheeks gimmick with Leo Rush again. I mean, seriously, just bring back Leo Rush and he can spread his cheeks. Because that's what you're doing to him. When you give a guy who's a veteran, both of them for that matter, it doesn't matter which one we're talking about. If you're talking about RAW or you're talking about Lashley, veteran in the ring, and you know, in MMA, whatever you want to say, and you put him in a 1 minute match. That's so castrating, and it's so insulting. I don't understand. I don't know. They did that so many times tonight. You got 3 hours. 3 hours. Oh, but Retribution is back, taking up more time from what, catering? And that was the one thing that I was also excited for tonight was McIntyre versus Lee. No. Nope. It's not happening. Leo Rush in the Hurt Business. No, wait, maybe that won't work. Mr. Fretz, you're so goofy. Bop, what the hell? Remember when War Machine was badass? Yes, I do. Before they threw all that Viking shit on him. Not to knock the heritage of this state, 'cause I know a lot of Vikings planted their foot in this state. But damn. Yes, Critical Sting. It was bad. It was I was like, all right, well, that wasn't so good. Well, maybe it'll get better. Before I knew it, we were in the third hour, and I'm just like, I'm looking at my notes, and I'm like, I don't want to do this. But I don't want to schedule a review and cancel it. So I'm like, no, I'll just fucking do it. Bell's voice says VCAM is outstayed his welcome. He has no more ideas anymore. It's showing in the product. Yeah, it's like, how long? How long will this keep going on? I can't even remember the name of the classic band that did that, but that just popped in my head. That's what happens when you get old. You know, you remember shit from 50 years ago or whatever that is. Hey, we should have a Viking experience. Donkey. Oh, wait, wrong movie. Shit, sorry. He's running his legacy into the ground. He is. What else? Let's see. Okay, let me just kind of go sift through my stuff here. Hey, highlight. We talk about highlights, and there aren't many. I'll name a couple. Ziggler on commentary. I enjoyed it. I legit enjoyed it. Would I rather see him in the ring? Yeah. But obviously they had to cover for I don't know who's missing. Cole's usually on SmackDown. Tom Phillips is. Well, there had to be a couple people missing. Samoa Joe was missing too then. So they had MVP out there for like the second half of the show and Ziggler for the first half of the show. And I love Ziggler because he thinks like me, you know. You think of you see a situation and then you think of a music lyric like I just did a little bit ago. And for those of you who are big Motley Crue fans, you recognize the segment immediately what I'm talking about. And I don't remember who he was talking to. I just remember the lyric because that's the way my brain works. Somebody was leaving the ring area, and he said, "Don't go away mad, just go away." And that's a Motley Crue lyric, and I just laughed. I was like, "Oh my God, Ziggler, I love you." It's the little things like that. So it's like for little things like that, I giggled and I popped about, you know, but there wasn't a lot more than that. Joe's missing. Missing? Well, damn. Someone put his picture on a milk carton or something. Tom Phillips, yeah. And Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe's actually been decent on commentary too. Maybe he just was on vacation or maybe he got sick. I don't know. Of course, they don't like saying that shit because, don't tell the truth about nothing, right? Ziggler's like me, but I do Simpsons references. I never watched The Simpsons, but I'll chuckle at that. I get that. Ace is the name of the group that sang that song How long? Oh, thank you, Bell's boy. That's right. You're like close to my age, aren't you? You're like older. Not going to call you an old fart. I'll call myself an old fart. No, I'm not an old fart. I'm way too young up here to consider myself an. Physically, I may be an old fart because I wake up and I can barely walk a lot of days. But up here, I'm still sharp as a not tack. Oh, you're 57. Oh, well, then you're certainly a little older than me. It's a little. I'm trying to insult you. I'm 46. I hear you. Is that a Beastie Boys Pass the Mic tee or Paul's Boutique? That is check yo head. Can't tell you how excited I was when I saw this t-shirt at Target. Was it like a year ago? Whatever it was. I actually saw him on that tour back in '93 at the Rave on the east side of Milwaukee. It's nuts. I love the Beastie Boys. Beastie. That's where I get my little Jaybone. Well, I'm J-Bone. Hell yeah, that's me. Stole it right from the Beastie Boys. You guys have heard that before. Oh, yeah. Sure ain't a Tessa shirt. Oh, hell no, it ain't a Tessa shirt. I tell you what, I'm a lot more excited to talk about, but I'm not going to talk about it now. I'm going to save it for Wednesday when I'm on with Basil. At least I think Basil's going to be on with me. I have to double check with him. I'll double check with him tomorrow. See, it's like I have conversations with him like, hey, you're going to be on next week? And he's like, no. And then I don't remember why. And then I can't remember if he actually said yes or no. So yeah, I got to ask him. Oh, so what you want? So what you want? Saw them in Detroit, 93, 94. You probably saw them like almost the same date that I did. Because, they bounced from like Chi-Town to Milwaukee to Michigan, down to Ohio, over to the East Coast, or vice versa, So they bounce all over the place. So yeah, we probably saw them like within days of each other. Awesome. Too sweet. Is AEW on Wednesday or Thursday? It is on Wednesday. And that's because whatever happened in the playoffs that they were closely keeping track of. Whatever team won X amount of games before it was deemed necessary to extend it. And so it's Wednesday. So it's on its regular day. Yep. Pumped for Impact tomorrow after this shit show tonight. I am so excited for Impact. Oh my God. You have no idea. You have no idea. Your Raptors are out. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, dude. Hey, my Bucks are out too. But you know what? I didn't feel like listening to a headline that Milwaukee burned down because the Bucks won. I just no. Can't root for anything lately. Just takes. That's why I love wrestling. If so and so wins a title, you just see a bunch of bitching online. No one burns down a fucking city over someone, winning a title. Right? I mean, I'm not wrong. It's except for when Cena faced RVD. They might have burned down the Hammerstein Ballroom or wherever they were. Whatever they call that joint. They might have burned down that building if Cena won and RVD didn't win. like enough of this country is burning because of like, you know, forest fires and rioting and horrible people. I'm over like legit sports this year. I just don't care. Like I'll watch, you know, with my pops once in a while. You know, I'll watch a couple innings of like baseball or something like that, but that's like all I can stomach. I watched about 2 seconds of the Packers and I was like, hey, go Pack. And that was it. Couldn't even get excited about it. You know, Brass Monkey, that funky monkey. Hell yeah, man. Saw them and the License to Ill tour way back in '86. Rest in peace, MCA. Dude, it's so sad. It's so sad that he passed away, man. He was, you know, such a, you know, you hear about some people that are activists and they become really way out of whack with what they're trying to promote or support or whatever. And MCA was straight up just trying to support peace. That's it. You know, it's so sad. Freaking cancer. Friend Mr. Daniel on the show tomorrow night. Yes, that is right. Daniel Spencer, referee of Impact Wrestling, will be joining us. Yes. You guys are tripping. Intergalactic planetary. Hey, the Packers creamed the Vikings yesterday. Yeah, I heard. It was like 20 something to 15 or something. It was a good score. You know, and it's so, you know, look, it's just, this is one of those shows I'm just going to bounce all over the place. So if you're looking for a straight up like review tonight, it's just not happening. So just, if you're here, I appreciate it. And I'll just kind of bounce all over the place. Kind of like the Beastie Boys on stage. Because it's just one of those nights. Might as well dissolve all their tag belts at this point. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, that's another thing I was actually kind of looking forward to tonight was that tag match. But that one went so quick too. Like the Street Profits versus Cesaro and Nakamura. Like everything. Just they threw so much unnecessary stuff in all over the place, like all the fights and all the brawls. If you took out like half of those brawls, you could have given at least 10 extra minutes to each match and had a decent match. All right, so let's talk about MCO was my favorite in the group. Yeah, man, I loved all those guys. I loved it. So talented. Dude, the Beastie Boys legit like helped me not lose my mind during high school. Legit. Like I fell in love with Paul's Boutique and I listened to that thing over and over and over again. Late 80s, early 90s. Loved it. So it's so I'll use the word underrated, you know? Totally. Because I don't think it gets enough love. It doesn't get talked about enough. I'm just smoking before bed. Do this thing. All right. Oh, man. Go Chiefs. Raw tonight looked like a good episode of Superstars from back in the day. No, man, that's like Superstars legit had more wrestling on it than this one did. Legit. All right. So I was excited. My boy Ricochet was out there, but he got beat again. But at least, I mean, he had a halfway decent match with Cedric Alexander. So, okay, here's one positive. Here's one positive. Zelina Vega is done with Garza and Andrade. Like, that story is done. Okay? So they put that to bed. That's good. That's good because you couldn't do that no more. You like legit couldn't have her breaking up fights 1,000 more times because that just gets old. So they stopped that. And she's like, she broke it up one last time and told the guys, I'm done. I'm out of here. It's like, oh, okay. And they just kept fighting. So now do I want to see a good match between Andrade and Garza? Actually, hell yeah, I do. Like, if you're going to have them brawl now or, feud, awesome. These guys can go. And if you got no one else to put them against each other. Give them a solid 15 minutes on the pay-per-view pre-show. I know they're not going to get that. It's wishful thinking, okay? It's just wishful thinking at this point. Because they're not going for gold. So no, they're probably not even going to get on the pay-per-view. But does a match like Garza versus Andrade deserve to be on a pay-per-view? Hell yeah, it does. Hell yeah, it does. Okay, we'll step away from that for a second. Zelina Vega. So she left the boys. You guys can brawl. Screw you guys. Screw you. I'm going home. Like Hartman would say. She's focusing on her wrestling career, which is like, whoa, wait, what? You're wrestling now? Tremendous. Thank you. Somebody did something right. She was probably getting to the point look, if you're not going to have me wrestle at least at some point while I'm here, I'm done. So I'm probably not too far from the truth on that one. So hey, so we're getting Zelina Vega versus Asuka at some point. Now, I don't know if that's going to be at Clash of Champions, but the fact that they never did a Garza, Carrillo, Ray, Andrade 4-way still irks me. I hear you, dude. Yeah, and Carrillo, where's he been? I haven't seen him anywhere. And don't say main event because nobody watches that shit. That don't count. Is it weird that I like the show because I'm live tweeting with the podcast group I'm with? Interactions made it a little better. I hear you. I mean, if you're surrounded by positivity and they dig it, hey, whatever. That's fine. It just felt like bomb after bomb tonight. That's me, And I hate, like I said, I hate feeling like that, but I couldn't help but feel like that tonight. Wait, what? Clash of Champions Gold Rush. It's actually taking place in Whitehorse, Yukon, because COVID cases are pretty low there. That's funny. Main event is still important. Ha. All right, smartass, tell me who was on it this week. I'm messing with you. You can tell me if you want, but I'm just messing with you. Unless you're like, ha, you agree. No, it's not. Which is probably, I just completely misunderstood you. Oh, shit. So, yeah, let's talk about that. let's talk about what happened right before Zelina Vega came out. Mickie James was having a decent match with Asuka. Like, I wasn't like super thrilled with it, but the end felt like something went wrong. Like, I don't know what went wrong there. You're being sarcastic. Okay. Paul, I wish we had 80 new cases, dude. We're getting like 1,000 a day here in Milwaukee or in Wisconsin. It's so bad. It's such a train wreck. Like, I can't legit leave my house for like a year. That's how bad it is around here. It's so bad. I hope our numbers get to be like that, Paul. I swear to God, I really hope they do, because, man, just like no one gives a shit in Wisconsin. They're just doing their own thing. You know? Oh, wearing a mask is tyranny. No, fucker. It's actually going to save some lives. Quit being selfish. Crazy. Case in point, people are stupid. Yeah. I'm embarrassed to live in this state right now. I legit am. I'm embarrassed. Oh, and if you guys didn't catch my little rant from last night, please go check out the Impact Plus Weekly over on TNI. I legit did a little shoot on a little indie wrestling company in southeastern Wisconsin here that bragged about having a full house. Nobody wearing masks, elbow to elbow tight. Damn. So yeah, by all means, go check out my little shoot on that. Critical Sting. It's my body. Yeah, okay. People are so greedy and it's fucked up. Yeah. They just don't care. They just don't fucking care. Life means nothing right now. Proof? You want proof? The people that were supposed to be helping this nation, let's see, 6 months ago, knew about it well before that. Not going to name any names. You know who I'm talking about. And it's not just one person. It's the whole fucking government. Love my country, hate my government. I'll say it a billion times. Love my country, hate my government. They knew. They knew what was coming. And they're like, no. No, don't say nothing. 2 months later, wildfire. Too late. Whole country's fucked. Could have said something months before. Could have started prepping. Too late. Zella Wrestling is in Turner Hall Ballroom, Milwaukee, October 18th. I saw that. I'm not super excited about the crowd. He puts together a decent show. He's brought like a really good show here before, and that was when Trent was actually here. Eugene Evans, what's up, man? What did I miss? Tonight's show is just a hot mess like Rod, bro. You didn't really miss. I'm just bouncing all over the place, kind of feeding off the chat and touching on a few pros and cons of tonight's show, because tonight's Raw just blew. I feel like going bang, pew 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 pew. Yes, yeah, J-Bone shooting. I mean, and I would love to go to that, but I can't risk it. I can't. I get nervous just going to the grocery store with my wife. Like my anxiety, 46 years old, almost never had anxiety in my entire life. This year, I learned what anxiety is. And I hate it. It's fucking crippling. It's so bad. It's so bad. I'll leave the store and I'll take my mask off when I get in the truck after, loading up the groceries or whatever. And I ask my wife to blast the air vent, just to get air circulating in the truck because I can't breathe. Like wearing a mask that long in a store, really fucks up my COPD. It really does. And that affects my anxiety. And then you're up here for 15 minutes trying to come back down. It just sucks. It just sucks. So it's do I want to get out of the house and try to beat all this? Yeah, I do. But there's that other side of this that's it beats you into the earth. It's that bad. It's horrible. Critical Sting. I love you, dude. Vince needs to sit in the corner with the dunce cap. At this point, I don't think that would help him. Not that really helped any kid back in the day. That was just the start of bullying at its finest, honestly. Because when you wore the dunce cap, all the kids and the teachers, they just made fun of you. That's what happened. Heath for Impact. Yes, make sure you start that halfway through the day. Start tweeting it. Get it going. Hell yeah. Your anxiety is risen. Yeah, dude. It sucks, man. Mr. Fred says, I work at a grocery store. I try not to worry much. I'm in a tourist town, so we've finally got quiet, but it's not over yet. Yeah. There you go, swag fan, right? That's all you can do. Yeah, that sucks, Paul. I hear you. Yeah. I hear you. All right, let's go back to Raw for a bit. Let's see here. Yeah, so this Asuka versus Mickie James thing, there was just the ending was so weird. You don't know if Mickie, she rolled over on top of Asuka, was pinning her, because she countered the Asuka lock or whatever, some kind of whatever she had on her. She was pinning her, flipped back over. It's why wasn't the ref counting? The ref stopped her. Mickie flipped back over and then rang the bell. They rang the bell. And the announcers were even more confused. And all the ref said is Mickie James couldn't continue. What? So she looked like she was practically in tears as she slowly rolled out of the ring. And then she was at the ringside, and the ref was down with her for a little bit while Zelina Vega was starting to come out and they were starting that promo. I mean, that promo started it was so rushed. Asuka raised her hands yay, I'm still champ. Boom, Zelina Vega's music hit. It was so rushed. It was crazy. Keanu says it was a botch. I don't know. It just, I just don't know. I mean, I'm sure we're going to hear why everything happened the way it did tomorrow, but it's probably not going to want, it's not probably not going to be like what we want to hear, Kevin says, don't be surprised if WWE trades Bianca Belair to SmackDown for Mandy Rose to Raw. That would make sense, honestly. Because, they love splitting up couples. They love doing that shit. They love fucking with couples. So, I mean, because at this point, you got to start thinking like, well, who the hell is Otis even going to cash in on? Like, there has to be like some major fight or like match ending in such a horrible way that Otis is just going to stroll. Like, nothing against Otis. He's a badass. And the guy can wrestle, but he's more goofy than anything. At least you have a leader who gives a shit and tries his best. I'm going to beg to differ on that one. I'm not blaming it all on him, though. Our entire government is shit right now. All they do is sling shit back and forth at each other. Nothing gets done. I mean, there's legit millions of people in this nation that are going homeless right now. And the people in the government, who could be helping out all these people are just sitting back and forth, just pointing a finger at each other. They don't give a fuck about anything. And we're supposed to vote in November? For what? Just nothing to vote for. It's the first time in 20 plus years I'm probably not voting. If I do, it's going to be a write-in vote like Jesse Ventura. A vote for someone that actually has testicles, who ain't scared of shit. Hey, worked in Minnesota. No one's going to like him, though, unfortunately. So the government wouldn't help him either. That's the sad part. Anyways. Trudeau. I've heard good and bad about Trudeau, but I haven't heard anything specific, so I really can't say like anything about him. It wouldn't be fair to. Vote for president, McPresident face. There you go. That sounds like a total Simpsons thing. The Money in the Bank briefcase is such a cluster. It is. Like look, I support Otis and I like Otis because he's from Wisconsin, and so I even crack jokes about him being from Wisconsin and looking the way he does because it's like, yeah, that boy was farm raised. That is all 100% farm raised right there. Look at that big boy. That is steak and cheese personified. That big bad motherfucker, But he's so goofy. I mean, he's goofy like R-Truth goofy. Look, and we know how good R-Truth is, but he's been goofy so long now. There's like no way in hell, he's not going to hold a legit title anywhere from now till Kingdom Come. Can Otis cash in the tag belts? Holy shit, I don't even know. Zach, 100% pure beef. Not bison, beef. He's all beef. Oh, shit. Too funny. Oh, shit. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, does somebody clobber Reigns so bad that Otis just walks in and lays on him and becomes champ? You know? Or is he? I don't know. I don't know. Like you try not to overthink it because it's wrestling, right? But you think a little bit logically about it, a little. Yeah, I don't know. No one Vince who cashed on the 24/7 title. Oh, shit. Oh, I needed that. And then can we get a rematch, like a legit Iron Man match between Truth and Otis? Like, and then have like 10 minutes of it be a dance off. Like Otis's worm versus R-Truth just doing like a shit ton of splits or something like that. I don't know. You know? I need a good laugh. I really fucking do. You're here all night. Try the puck. Try the puck or try the fish. They're gonna Mr. Kennedy him. Oh shit. Oh, he'll go to NXT and cash in on the cruiserweight. 205 live times 2. Have to pin like 3 people and make it legit, right? Like at once. I accept tips. I don't know how I'd receive them. Just put your PayPal in the chat. I'm kidding. Oh, shit. I think the referee was trying to ask Mickie James to sign one of her CDs. What the f- He recently bought, or he was asking her out, not realizing she was married. Yeah, it's just the NWA champ. That's all. That's all. That's why he was on the floor with Mickie. Yeah, all right. So, like, when you're done here, you want to go get a bite to eat or something? I know a great place you don't have to wear a mask. Ba-dumps. Oh, Zach, you're so naughty. Like after like months and months of like him ribbing me on my daughters, I finally got back at him. I finally got back at him. A bangorama. Can Otis beat Reigns in a pay-per-view match for the title? No. No, that's why I said it's got to be one of those things where somebody, like, I don't even remember, like, who the hell has been best? Oh, Jey Uso's wrestling Reigns for the title at the pay-per-view. So if those two go so long and just like, bottom out and one of them like barely wins it and the other person is just gone. And then Otis comes down there. Elbow, pin, ta-da! You know, so that was my version of the worm. Oh, God, why am I drinking a Monster now? Because I needed something, right? Jiminy Christmas. That's the only way. That's the only way, you know? And we've seen that before too, where two people are like so spent and then someone cashes in because, you know, the one guy can barely get up because he barely won it. He can't even stand up. Then someone comes down to the ring, hits a finisher on him, boom, done. It's going to have to be like that because there's no way in hell Otis, you know, unless he cashes in during the match and it becomes a three-way and then does something to someone, distracts someone, hits a finisher, and then, you know, beats them that way or something like that. We've seen that too. Whatever happens, it ain't going to be nothing that we haven't seen before. Oh, Keanu says, I'd like Miz or Morrison to win the case off of Otis. Dude, you guys know how much I love Morrison. Part of me, like, you know, okay, I knew Morrison wasn't going to keep the case or the contract or whatever. But part of me was like, yeah, take that shit. Yeah, because I love Morrison. You know, I want to see him champ again. He was champ in Impact Wrestling. He never reached that height in WWE. He was never given that chance. I think he had a secondary title a couple times or something. I forget. Tag titles, of course, you know, with Mercury and Miz. But yeah, the guy's healthy. He's in great shape. Hey, and he's going to star in a movie in a couple days. 4 days. 3 days? 4 days. Hang on. Shit, I can't do it. It's if you go to it's Sci-Fi Channel called Dust, and they do like movie shorts. Morrison's gonna be in a sci-fi. It's kind of like a real bad version of Back to the Future. And it still won't let me do it. It used to let me share in like a Google tab, and it won't let me do that no more. I don't know why. It's so weird. But whatever. Yeah, man, Eminem, that was awesome. Yeah, you saw the poster. Speed of Time, yeah. And the song that's playing it is like a bad ripoff of Huey Lewis and the News Back in Time, which makes me giggle even more. It's like, oh my God. Huey Lewis is hearing this shit. He's rolling over in his grave and he's not even dead yet. David Valentine, you're smoking something much better than me tonight. Breaking news: Morrison will go to MLW and face Fatu for the world title. You're so goofy, dude. Yeah, I never wanted him to leave Impact, but I mean, he had a decent run at the title in Impact. I was happy with it, you know, and he left clean. You know, he left clean. He was one of the few who recently who most of them didn't, you know. Well, LAX left clean, you know. Morrison left clean. So many didn't, you know, or had some kind of dark cloud surrounding him as they left, you know? He was our last great champion. Yeah, I'd have to agree. I mean, Sammy wasn't a bad champion. His run was just too damn short. It was like, what, a month? Or whatever it was. He stuck around and put Swan over too, right? Good guy Johnny. Hell yeah. Without a contract. Yeah. Yeah. Like finished a set of tapings and then did a pay-per-view or whatever. I forget exactly what it was. But yeah. Guy's good. And it just shows how good Taya is too, you know? It is. Oh, dear Lord. I think VKM and Bruce Pritchard should book Otis versus R-Truth versus R-Truth's Kit Kat Bar. Oh my God, do I even want to read the rest of this shit? He was arguing with tonight. LOL, give him a break. Give him a break. Give him a piece of that 24/7 belt. Yeah. Oh, try like hell not to sing. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that 24/7. God. Jiminy Christmas. Aries, yeah. Look, and I love Aries because he's a Milwaukee guy, but damn, yeah, the end of his run was sloppy as hell. It was horrible. Where is Austin Aries? Austin Aries is smoking a lot of stuff in Vegas. That's where he is right now. He's not working for anyone. You know, unless he's like just waiting on a big paycheck from someone, and I don't know who's going to give him that because, you know, I mean, he's burned a lot of fucking bridges, you know. He left MLW, he left WWE, he left, well, actually, WWE left his ass go because they just were like, yeah, we got nothing for you, so just get the hell out of here. You know, Impact, that was ugly. You know, the only place left for him to go is like Ring of Honor or NWA, and I don't even know if they want his ass. So, what else is there? I don't know. I don't know. I think it's going to be a while before we see him because he's had kind of a tumultuous last few years. You know, MLW was messed up last year, and I was so excited when he came in town. He actually told the crowd, "You guys turned out tonight. It was so good, so we're coming back." But then he left the company right after that, and MLW never came back. So it's messed up. Now MLW is supposed to like start up again, and like I'm tempted to watch, but I'm like, do I even waste my time? You know? Sammy's contract is almost up. I have no idea what Sammy's contract is doing. I legit don't think Sammy's going to go anywhere. And that's not a cut on him. You know, he's a company guy. He's very proud of where he works. You know, he put that company on his freaking back when he did not have the title and busted his ass to get it promoted everywhere. So, no, I don't think he's going anywhere. I certainly think he deserves a raise for sticking around and working as hard as he did, but, you know, I don't know. Oh, shit, I forgot to record that. I actually wanted to watch that. I heard it was good. You want Mojo Rawley to sign with Impact? Okay. I don't want to see that, but hey, you know, that's fine. If you want to see that, I'm not gonna knock you for it. Gresham, yeah, man, I haven't seen him wrestle in so long. I heard Lethal had a match too. So, all right, let's see. Any other pros? Come on, we just went over an hour. All right. Oh shit. All right. Lashley, Eric, crap, Braun Strowman. I wrote Braun Strowman, Raw Underground, WTF. It's another one. It's like, damn, the guy was your Universal Champion. Now you're sticking him in Raw Underground? What? Like, it took you like years to like try to make him a monster, and then you made him champ finally. He wasn't champ very long, and now you're gonna make him a monster again, but you're gonna put him in the underground and have him squash people in 10 seconds. This, like, I'll say it 1,000 times. This is doing nothing. It's not helping anyone. You know, guys ripping off their shirts. You know, Riddick Moss taking his shirt. Ooh, he's doing the Hulk Hogan thing. I don't want to see anybody doing that unless it's Hulk Hogan. Oh, and then, you know, I don't know how many times we got Riddick Moss and Ziggler versus Strowman. We got that like 2 or 3 times tonight. And then Dabba-Kato comes in, you know, Babatunde. Dabba-Kato comes in, and Shane goes, oh no, oh no, oh no, next week. Really? The one thing that could have saved your Raw Underground from sucking so much ass this week, you put 2 legit monsters against each other. No, stop. Next week. How are we even supposed to get excited for that when you guys rewrite scripts 1,000 times during the week? That ain't going to happen next week. I'd put money on it. I'd put more money on it that it's not going to happen. You know? Like, after this shit show tonight, like, how are we supposed to get excited for that? The one thing that could have saved it. Like, I legit got excited for a second. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. I mean, do I want to see him in the underground and wrestle for 10 seconds? No. Do I want to see him, like, actually in a match? Yes. Thank you. 2 7-foot, okay, what, close to 7 foot, whatever. I'm not going to argue that. 2 7-foot dudes just clobbering the shit out of each other. Sure, take my money. But you've got it in Raw Underground where it means absolutely nothing. All they're doing is rolling around for 10 seconds and someone taps out. Or you threw someone into a wall and they can't even fucking get up. Match over. Okay, who's next? You know, Shane's bouncing around. Who's next? Who's next? Just bring back the dancers. Bring back the fucking dancers. Okay, seriously. And stick everybody in catering with Retribution. There you go. And the dancers can beat up Retribution. There you go. Boom. There's your headline to Clash of Champions. Book it. Cage match. Worst cage match I ever saw. Like, just the fact that Like, okay, what they might have done in the cage match wasn't horrible. To me, it's the fact that you stuck Dominic against a top guy again and again and again. And it's not even that, it's the same guy. Rey Mysterio's fucked up, but he's still out there. How many times are they supposed to go back and forth? And how many times are you going to legit destroy Dominic? Okay, I wasn't going to say it, but I'll say it. Nick Houseman says, oh, he's the biggest baby face on Raw. What in the flying fuck, dude? No, he's not. He's like a legit teenage. He's like a big boy. No, he's not. Your biggest baby face doesn't get destroyed every fucking week by Rollins. That doesn't make him your biggest baby face. Oh, I love him. Get the fuck out of here with that. I mean, seriously. I could see introducing him for a little bit, but he has been on TV way too long. And he is way too clunky in the ring. Like, it's painful to watch him do a 619 because he is like a big boy trying to do like a big flip around thing with his legs when it should be someone half his size like his Pop. Just stop. Can we be done? Can we be done with the Dominic experiment already? I mean, he got destroyed in a cage match. There is nothing else for him to do right now. Don't bring him to the pay-per-view. What are you going to have Rollins throw him off a Hell in a Cell? That's the only thing left for him to do to him. And then he's dead, and then now what? You know, I mean, seriously. I don't want to see that shit no more. That's not entertaining to me. It's not entertaining to me. Give the titles to the dancers. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. You do a great Shane, Uncle. Thank you. Didn't have a nervous breakdown. Yeah. I'm starting to get a headache. So, yeah, we're going to wrap this up soon. In fact, I'm just going to kill this right here. All right. Anything else on here? Cage match sucked. Raw Underground. I don't even remember what happened. Like, because at this point, I'm like, I didn't remember what happened during Kevin Owens versus Aleister Black. Riot Squad versus Natalya versus Lana. Another 1 minute match. Doesn't even fucking matter. This is what you're doing with your women. It's so sad. And then McIntyre versus Keith Lee. Retribution comes down. And holy shit. Oh, boy. You can tell it's getting towards the end of the show. Somebody just entered the studio, and I'll give you... Oh, he just left. KL just popped his head in the studio, but he didn't come on screen. He was going to come in the studio, probably work on some stuff, and then saw me live and said, oh, shit. So, yeah, time to go. Oh, man. Zach, be nice. KO faced Aleister Black and you don't remember anything from it. That says enough. Well, it's just by that time, like the show was so bad, like it was hard to pay attention at that point, you know. J-Bone and Trent would be great wrestling promoters. I don't know about that, but I would at least try to book a better Raw than what we saw tonight. Jiminy Christmas. Kalen popped his head in. That means 6 more weeks of shitty Raws. Oh, I popped for that. That is some funny shit. That's some Groundhog Day shit right there, dude. That's funny. So Retribution shows up. It's like 20-on-2. So it's like, all right, that match is done. That ain't going anywhere. You know, and that was one of the few things, again, I was legit excited about. No. The boys from catering ran in, wrecked it. And then, oh my God, Hurt Biz is going to save the day. 4 guys are going to take on 20 guys. So let's see. My math ain't too good. You got 5 guys in Retribution for each guy in the Hurt Biz. 5-on-1 times 4 equals what the fuck? That's what it equals. So that was Raw. Oh my God. Yeah, this one was painful, guys. Especially the women. Like, I don't know. Like, I really want to know what the hell happened because that just sucked so bad. Mickey James, please go back to Impact Wrestling. I know I sound like all the other Impact fans out there, but damn, seriously. Go back to Impact Wrestling for like your last year and then become your going to Hall of Fame, and then you can become like an agent or whatever, you know. And man, Impact would treat you so good. No lie. We know. The people who know, right? I know. You'd be working side by side with a veteran legend like Gail Kim. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And just build up that knockouts locker room. So, all right. So you know what we do when we get out of here? Smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell for notifications so let you know when more of my content hits your screen. Hit up the merch page in the description below. We got t-shirts, we got tanks. It's getting a little more chilly outside. We got sweatshirts in there. And if you want to fill up your mug with something warm and oops, you dropped your mug, guess what? I got mugs for you too. There you go. Because it's getting to be that time of year. Time to put on your sweater and drink something warm out of your brand new Smash This Podcast mug. I'm working on artwork for some new stuff. I'm working on that Gaggle of Ninjas shirt. It is coming. I just don't know when, but that is something I'm working hard on when I have time. I worked on it for a few hours today. Starting to like legit brainstorm some ideas together. What would look good on a t-shirt along with a new clean logo underneath it. Like similar to this, but different. So hardcore country, right? I want to check out some of her country stuff sometime, legit. Like, I like some country. It's not my go-to cup of tea, but I can listen to some country. So, yeah, can't wait till tomorrow night. Me and whoever else is going to show up. It's usually me and Bill, and maybe one other person will poke their head in. Like trying to at the end. It's all right. We'll do the watch along where we co-stream. And you see our live reaction. We react right along with you. On we co-stream Impact Wrestling live. And we're over on the, on the side of the page over here. And the rest of it is all Impact. So, yeah, tomorrow's going to be a dope episode. I know it. Saw the preview. Looks really good. So that's all upset. That's all set up for tomorrow. Jiminy Christmas. Less dyslexic. And then just a little bit later, like 10, 15 minutes later, we go live. So, stay there or head on over to the YouTube. I'm trying to build up the Twitch though. So stick around because we go live right afterwards. Referee Daniel Spencer. I think he's like the newest ref on the team. Fan of the show. He's going to be joining us for a while, and it's going to be interesting. Like last week was David Penzer. That was a really good interview. I mean, okay, we had some tech issues, but besides the tech issues, we had a great talk with him. It was interesting because he goes way back. He goes back to the WCW days, so the guy is a wealth of information. And when we get him back on sometime, I want to talk to him about some history, to get him to tell some stories, something fun. So yeah, we're gonna have ref. I never interviewed a ref before. I'm kind of excited about this. It's a little different, It's like, oh, where did you start wrestling? Well, this is a little different. So I'm very curious, because it's another very important part of the wrestling industry that doesn't get covered enough, in my opinion. Like we had Mark Bravo on, but he's known more for being like a goofy manager right now. But he's a well-oiled machine in the wrestling industry. He's done reffing. He's done all sorts of stuff. He's wrestled, So I'll be curious to see Daniel Spencer's history in wrestling. And then if we have like a half a brain cell left, we do the Periscope after show after all that. So like 10 hours later, no, I'm kidding. We usually go like between, usually close to 2 hours for the review. And then after that, we'll do Periscope for like an hour or less, just to kind of just clear our heads, talk about some other stuff from the show that we might not have covered up so much, or covered so much. So, yeah, and then while you're at it, yeah, please go support the Twitch because we're trying to grow it, get the views up, and then while you're at it, also support the Smash This Podcast Twitch. I'm trying to grow that. I have to hit 40. No, I have to hit, what is it? 40? No, 50. Jiminy Christmas. Time to go. I have to hit 50 followers, and I just hit 30. So I got 20 to go. So I'm hoping in the next few weeks I can really get a good, strong run and hit that 50 and finally get the, I'm not looking for a partner. That'd be great, but I'm hoping to at least get affiliate. So if somebody wants to sub or tip me something, whatever, when I'm live, then I can make a couple pennies. So, shooting for that. So please go to the Twitch, give them both a follow along on the Twitch. I mean, the YouTubes are important. I've been trying to build this for 7 years, but 9 more to make 900. It's the next goal. And then we're shooting for 1,000. I thought I was going to hit it by the end of the year, but stuff kind of slowed down. So, but still trying, folks. So by all means, like I said, smash that like button, smash that sub button, go follow the Twitch, go buy some merch, whatever you can to help support the cause. Much love, y'all. We'll see you mañana. Take care.